Dinosaur fans are getting a hands-on adventure right here in the area. We'll take you there. Postal workers and dogs can be a dangerous combination. What's being done to keep them safe? And a new state task force is looking into infrastructure needs here in the state. Your news starts now.
From Skyline Drive, this is KOTA Territory News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jack Cottle. A second person now faces charges in connection to the murder of 21-year-old Sahila Sangreat. Federal court documents unsealed today say 24-year-old Drew Durand of Rapid City was arrested in Rapid City on April 30th and charged with accessory after the fact and misprision of a felony. According to court documents, Durand is accused of committing the crimes around the same time as Sangreat's disappearance last August. Investigators say Sangreat was murdered on Ellsworth Air Force Base before her body was found by a hiker in Hill City in March. Documents did not explain how Durand may have been involved in the case. Quinteria Chappelle is charged with Sangreat's murder and has pleaded not guilty. There were some rain showers around KOTA territory today as rain still falling in the area. Meteorologist Ryan Larmy was in the First Alert Weather Center with a look at the radar. Ryan, what do we got out there?
Well, we still got some rain showers on radar this evening, Jack, which is a good sign. We need all the moisture we can get, and we're getting it right now in parts of KOTA territory. Let's take a look at First Alert Doppler radar behind me. You can see the green still on the map in some areas. Let's take a closer look at some of those showers. One just to the south of Rapid City, just to the south of Custer, just near Wind Cave National Park, north of Hot Springs. We're also tracking a load of showers that were once thunderstorms on parts of the South Dakota plains. Faith, you likely heard some of those rumbles of thunder and saw some lightning off towards the south and east. But temperatures right now are warm on the South Dakota plains, cooler in the Black Hills. We're 46 in Custer, but 70 in Shade Hill, 60 in Nikalaka, Alzada, and Gillette, 61 in downtown Rapid City, but West Rapid a little closer to the hills, 58 degrees. Through the rest of the evening, we'll see a little bit of sunshine continue, and then we'll be partly cloudy after sunset. 50s take over at around 8 p.m., but more rain is on the way for KOTA territory. I'm planning out that and some sunshine for the weekend coming up.
Thank you, Ryan. It's been 5 years since George Floyd was murdered by a white police officer in Minneapolis. Floyd's uncle, Selwyn Jones, is a longtime South Dakotan and became an advocate for change following his nephew's death. KOTA Territory News spoke at length with Selwyn in the aftermath of the murder. Now, 5 years later, we once again talk with Selwyn about his efforts to make a lasting difference. Blake Trolley has more.
We are 5 years out. I'm curious what changes you've seen both nationally, and you are a South Dakota resident, and here in the state of South Dakota since the murder of your nephew.
You know, man, we've seen a lot of legislative change. You know, we've seen a difference in how people police, you know, individuals. It could get better, but, you know, as long as there's change, there's a finish line, you know, because you have to start before you finish. And, you know, and there's a lot of things that are different. You know, there's a lot of attitudes and emotions, you know, that have calmed down. The aggressive nature in how police now might be a little better, but it's still at a point that we know we need to fix.
Yeah, I know since this you founded the Justice 929 Foundation, and you say you are committed to dismantling systemic racism, ending police brutality, and advocating for equity and justice. I'm curious where you think all of those things are today.
You know, man, we're still fighting. You know, we're still fighting. And you forgot one important piece to me. Because I live in South Dakota, the missing and murdered indigenous is important to me. You know, trying to help people that otherwise would be lost, you know, and there's a lot of people, you know, wrongful convictions, wrongfully incarcerated, you know, mental health complications that we run into, man. So, you know, Justice 929, we just want to make a better world, you know. We want to make marginalized people and bring them to modernized people.
I do want to hone in on South Dakota again. 5 years out, what are the key changes you've seen since?
You know, I'll have to say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Rapid City probably has one of the best police departments, you know, in the country. You know, they know how to de-escalate a lot of things, and I'm not saying that because I lived here, but I have literally seen it, you know. The mental health crisis that we have in Rapid City, and their mental health crisis, people that go out to, I mean, you know, to handle the mental health crises. So, you know, man, we have to keep fighting. We have to keep believing that we can make change.
Rapid City's Vision Fund Citizens Committee released the list of the 14 projects it's going to recommend to the City Council for the next round of Vision Fund money. The projects they recommend total just over $12 million, the amount that's approved for the 2025 through 2029 cycle. The largest amount recommended is $3.5 million to reconstruct pond walls at Canyon Lake Park. $1.9 million is recommended for the Push Forward Rapid City Skate Park, with just over $1 million each for Vicky Powers Park upgrades and making Canyon Lake Little League ADA compliant. Some of the other recommended projects include restrooms, lighting, and landscaping for the city's bocce ball courts, phase 1 of a city video system, along with restroom and playground upgrades at other city parks. Some of the projects that did not get recommended include an indoor sports facility for the Rapid City Sports Commission, a legacy trail for the Black Hills Works Foundation, and closing the Roosevelt Park outdoor pool, and facility improvements for Post 320 baseball. The committee will present the recommendation to the City Council on Monday, and the council will make the final decision. Governor Larry Roden has established what he calls a Resilience and Infrastructure Task Force. The GRIT Task Force, as it's called, will develop policy recommendations, assess risks and vulnerabilities, support long-term planning, and investments in critical infrastructure systems across the state. Roden says the task force is about planning ahead.
We never know when something catastrophic is going to hit our nation or our state, and so it's only wise to be prepared for all situations, whatever they might be.
The task force will be made up of representatives from state agencies for public safety, military, water, transportation, and other agencies. Lieutenant Governor Tony Venheisen will serve as the task force's chair. According to the United States Postal Service, more than 6,000 incidents involving dog attacks occurred in 2024. To help raise awareness and help keep postal carriers safe, the USPS kicked off their Secure Your Dog, Keep Deliveries on Track campaign. The campaign takes place each year to keep the community informed. It kicks off at the beginning of summer as more families are out enjoying warm weather with their pets. The USPS communications specialist says all dogs can bite, so anytime a dog owner knows they're expecting a delivery, they should put their pet in a back room and make sure leading outside doors are closed securely.
Tried to make sure all children don't approach the carriers to get that mail from their hand. That can, a lot of times those dogs think of that as a threat, and they'll attack at that time. So just trying to minimize any interaction that we have with the carriers, just to really make sure that those dog bites don't happen.
Jared suggests USPS customers sign up for informed delivery to help dog owners anticipate when their mail carrier will arrive. Well, digging up an ancient fossil that goes back 66 million years ago is like experiencing Christmas morning for paleontologists. Today, our Brian Savage was given a tour of an excavation site outside of Belle-Fourche, hoping to dig up as many dinosaur bones as he can.
No, you couldn't take it.
Wednesday was another day in the office for Paleo Adventures owner Walter Stein.
This quarry is kind of like the best office you could ever possibly have. Now, yes, it doesn't have air conditioning. Occasionally there's bugs and a few rattlesnakes, but it's not that big of a deal.
Stein took a group of tourists and paleontology enthusiasts to a private ranch in the Badlands of the Hell Creek Formation outside of Belle-Fourche, hoping to dig up dinosaur bones and discover an elusive fossil.
Finding any sort of theropod tooth, the meat-eating two-legged dinosaurs, that would be awesome.
The Hell Creek Formation, which stretches into the Dakotas, Wyoming, and Montana, is considered by many paleontologists to be one of the richest fossil beds in the world. Stein has been giving people tours of various excavation sites for the past 20 years, hosting about 500 people a year and teaching them the excavating process.
We teach them how to do it properly, we teach them the proper documentation procedures, and then we kind of turn them loose in the quarry, looking over their shoulder, telling them what they're doing right, telling them what they're doing wrong.
Wednesday's group included a tourist from France who's been digging for fossils since he was 14 years old.
Here we dig the famous dinosaur, the T-Rex, Triceratops, Montosaurus, the Jurassic Park dinosaur.
During our dig, we found the rare and elusive Ansu-Wiley toe bone, also known as the chicken from hell. On Tuesday, the group uncovered at the same site a T-Rex tooth, what many in the paleontology community consider as the holy grail of dinosaur bones.
What this quarry is basically known for is the number of tyrannosaur teeth. In fact, we've gotten over 2,000 tyrannosaur teeth from this site.
Stein says they start taking reservations for paleo adventure tours around Christmas and end up filling up by February. A tour is $200 per day per person. Reporting outside of Bellefouche for KOTA Territory News, I'm Brian Savage.
Summer nights may be gone for this year, but there is still music to be had at downtown Rapid City. After the break, we'll take you live to the first night of Music on the Lawn. That's up next when KOTA Territory News at 5:30 returns. The kickoff of a summer concert music series is happening tonight downtown Rapid City. We're going to go to Main Street Square where KOTA Territory's Juliana Alfred is live and has more on the event. Juliana?
That's right, Jack. I'm downtown Rapid City at Main Street Square for Live on the Lawn. And standing with me is Tony and Corey from the band High Rise. So how does it feel performing tonight?
Oh, this is great. The sun came out. We thought it was going to rain today.
Yeah, we thought we were out.
Yeah. We thought we were going to be done. The sun came out. Live on the Lawn. Come on down, Rapid City. Come have a good time.
And what can people expect when they come down here?
Oh, great grooves and live music.
Food trucks, we got games going on, of course live music. Come down and check us out.
So the event goes from 6 to 8 p.m. and it's free. So what time will you guys be performing and for how long?
We'll play pretty much 6 to 8. Take a little break in between and hang out with some friends out here for a little bit. So.
And if it's hopping, if you guys decide to come down, then we'll push it through for the whole 2 hours and not take a break. So come down and see us.
And what kind of music are you going to be playing?
Reggae. We got some reggae grooves right now.
Yep, a lot of reggae.
And how does it feel to be performing downtown on a summer night when it's pretty cool outside, it's not too hot?
It's perfect, because last year was too hot. This is perfect. Yes.
Early June is a lot nicer than late July, so there's that.
All right, and people can expect food trucks. There's a beer garden along with soft drinks. It's also free to attend from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. Back to you in the studio, Jack.
Cheers.
Thank you, Juliana. Meteorologist Ryan Larmew says we have one more day of showers and storms before we dry out for the weekend. He has all the details on your accurate First Alert forecast next.
Now, the First Alert forecast with meteorologist Ryan Larmew.
It's turning out to be a nice evening in Rapid City. And we're seeing the sunshine back in town, and temperatures are still on the cooler side, still below average at 61 degrees. South-southwest winds 6 miles an hour. The sunshine peeking out from some of the clouds that are still left over in the sky, but we are tracking some of those temperatures a little warmer out on the South Dakota Plains. Shade Hill at 70. They've seen a little more sunshine than everyone else, including Faith. Faith saw a rain shower about an hour ago. They're down to 59 degrees. And look at Custer. They're still in the 40s at 48. So we're going to continue to see these temperatures fluctuate throughout the day, especially as we see the rain showers move out of here. West Rapid up to 60 degrees. The airport in Rapid City 63. Wasta is at 67 degrees, while Mount Rushmore also in the 40s at 49 degrees. For the rest of the evening, Rapid City makes it down to around 60 within the next hour and a half. And then we get to the 50s by 8 p.m. And then we continue to drop as we head throughout the entire night. Mostly sunny skies continue for the rest of the evening, and then partly cloudy skies take over after dark. Now we are talking about those temperatures dropping back into the 40s and scattered showers once again in the forecast for tomorrow morning. So we have the possibility to see the rain showers as early as 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So bring your umbrella as you're heading out to work tomorrow, because the rain is going to be a little bit of a nuisance. We'll be in the 40s for the first half of the morning, and then the 50s for the second half as we stay fairly cool tomorrow. High temperatures only making it up to around 56 degrees. This is well below where we should be for this time of year. Those rain showers could see a few thunderstorms embedded in it. Now let's plan everything out for us here on our hour-by-hour forecast, showing the rain showers moving from central Wyoming into the Black Hills by tomorrow morning. Some of this rain could be heavy at times. This is all much needed moisture throughout the area, and by the afternoon and evening hours we see that slowly but surely push its way into central South Dakota. We see a little bit of sunshine pop back out by the afternoon and evening hours in parts of KOTA territory, but by Friday we're seeing clouds to start us off and then sunshine to finish us off. But we will see the possibility of a stray shower or storm by the afternoon hours. Not too much to be concerned about in terms of thunderstorms for Friday and for the weekend. We're starting off with lots of sunshine here in Rapid City for your Saturday morning, and by the afternoon we're seeing 81 degrees. We're warming up nicely for the first half of the weekend with mostly sunny skies, and by Sunday we're near average at 74 degrees. Plenty of sunshine if you're heading out to the Crazy Horse Volksmarch, bring 3 cans of non-perishable food items. You can get your admission waived, but they still have that $4 hiking fee. Support the KOTA Care and Share food drive. 60s at around 10 a.m. and then we're warming up into the 70s by the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies continue all day at the Crazy Horse Memorial, but tonight temperatures are in the 40s throughout much of the area. A few spots on the plains in the 50s. We're mostly cloudy with a few early morning showers. Those showers continue throughout the day tomorrow, and a few thunderstorms are also possible. 50s and 60s are likely throughout the day. Those 50s generally constrained to the Black Hills and on the plains. The next 2 days around KOTA territory shows the warm temperatures and sunshine come back for Friday and Saturday. Rapid City, we're up to 81 on Saturday, a little breezy. And then by next week, back in the upper 70s and then the 80s. Tuesday and Wednesday, mid-80s for us there. But sunshine looking to dominate the next 7 days.
Looking to be good outside weather coming up.
Very good outside weather, especially if you're heading to the Volksmarch.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much, Ryan. Coming up, 2 Rapid City Central girls soccer players sign on to take their game to the next level. Plus, one of the area's top high school basketball coaches is on the move. Vic Quick has all the details next. KOTA Sports.
Good evening, everyone. After a couple of days off, the Sasquatch returned to the Diamond this evening as they play at Fremont. Spearfish hosted the Moo last week, going 2-3 in the 5-game series. The Sasquatch are now 3-6 on the season. The game is just underway over in Nebraska, and I'll let you know how it goes back here tonight at 9 and 10. We have some big high school basketball coaching news to tell you about this evening, as longtime St. Thomas More head coach Dave Hollenbeck is leaving the school to take over as the new head boys basketball coach at West Central. Hollenbeck has spent 29 years at STM. His teams qualified for the state tournament 16 times and won 4 state championships. Under his guidance, the Cavs also won 19 conference titles and won 20 or more games 15 different times. Now, Hollenbeck has a career record of 532 and 156, which rank him 3rd amongst active coaches in South Dakota and 8th all-time. Sky Cale has been named the new head coach of the Chadron State softball team. Cale joins the Eagles after spending 2 years as the head coach of Otero Junior College in Colorado. Under her leadership, Otero finished 2nd and 3rd in the region each of the last 2 years. Cale played her college softball at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. 2 Rapid City Central girls soccer players have signed on the dotted line to continue their career at the next level. Emma Hargens is headed to Gillette College. Hargens was the Cobblers' Offensive Player of the Year and led the team in assists this past season. Lady Godfrey signed on to play at Southwest Minnesota State. Godfrey served as the Cobblers' captain and also earned academic all-state honors. It'll be a bit of a reunion for Laney, as her sister also plays soccer at Southwest Minnesota State.
My sister goes there, so I was excited to play with her again. And I've met the team a lot, and I like the team. They're very nice and friendly. I'm very excited. I feel like we connect very well and play good together, so it'll be exciting.
I signed with Gillette College because I liked the opportunities they gave us, and once I'm done there at my 2 years, then I can go somewhere else and go to a 4-year university. So I liked that. My goals are to just get better and just have fun, and also doing that while getting a great education.
Congrats to those ladies. Had great high school soccer careers. It'll be fun to watch them now as they move on to the college ranks.
All right, just a day away from the NBA Finals tipping off.
That's right. NBA Finals get going tomorrow night. Pacers taking on the Thunder. A best-of-7 series. Winner is your NBA champion, and you can catch all the games right here on KOTA Territory Television. Game 1 tips off tomorrow night at 6:30 right here on ABC.
And tonight, Stanley Cup Finals.
That's right. On the ice tonight, we've got the Panthers and the Oilers meeting up for the second time. Last year, it went 7 games with the Panthers winning, so should be another great series between those two teams.
All right. Thank you very much, Vic. When we come back, we'll tell you how you can make the area a better place while getting outside and enjoying the weekend. Stay with us. This Saturday, June 7th, is the Spring Volksmarch at Crazy Horse Memorial. Admission to the monument is waived with a minimum 3 cans per person donation to the KOTA Care and Share food drive. Regular admission rates apply to visitors without food, and there is still a hiker's fee of $4. Registration begins at 7 a.m. This is your chance to experience the 6.2-mile hike up to the world's largest mountain carving. You can enjoy the amazing views of the Black Hills and see all the changes to the mountain up close. And thank you for your support of the KOTA Care and Share food drive. Weather-wise, sounds like a great weekend to get out there and hike.
It sounds like a perfect weekend to get out there and hike, especially at the Crazy Horse Memorial. It's going to be perfect out there. Mostly sunny skies, Jack.
All right.
Temperatures in the 70s, guys. It'll be great, especially by the afternoon. If you like the warmer weather, if you want to beat the warmth and get out a little earlier, it'll be in the upper 50s at around 8 a.m. with partly sunny skies. Remember, 3 cans per person for that admission to be waived. $4 hiking fee still applies to those, even if you have the donation in there. That's just to get up the mountain and to enjoy the sights from the monument. Now, tonight we are seeing those temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Early morning showers could be lasting throughout the entire day tomorrow. Some thunderstorms also possible. It's going to be cool in Rapid City tomorrow. Only 56 degrees here in town. You'd much prefer the 80s.
All right. Not too hot, not too cold for the Volksmarch.
No.
Just right.
Be perfect.
All right. That'll do it for us. See you at 10.
Thanks for watching KOTA Territory News, your local news and weather authority.